What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Skylyfe Projects. Hope y'all are doing good and staying super blessed. I do apologize. I've been under the weather lately, so I've had this respiratory infection going on and off for about 2 weeks now. That's the reason I haven't uploaded. My voice is finally coming back today, so I wanted to give you guys another video here. And in today's video, as you guys can see, judging from the title, these are going to be the top 10 mods that I highly recommend when you first purchase your 2022 to 2025 Subaru WRX. Okay, so that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to go over the highly recommended 10 mods that I recommend when you get your new WRX. So without further ado, please please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you always be alerted for future uploads like this. Much love and major blessings, everyone. This is Skylyfe Projects. Let's get this video started. Here we go. All right, you guys. So for the number one mod that I highly recommend, this will be your first mod. It's going to be no other than a catback exhaust. I went with Ray Motorsports exhaust. I'll show you guys some footage right here. Okay, I went with the Ray Motorsports exhaust. I love it. It's a full 3-inch catback. There is no mufflers on this exhaust system. It does have one resonator. It has a very deep tone. I highly recommend that exhaust. There's 1,000 other options. There's hundreds, I should say, of other exhaust options. But yeah, that's the one I went with. So number one is going to be the catback exhaust. This will give you a better sound for your vehicle. It might give you a little performance here and there depending on if you're like tuned, you're pro tuned or whatnot later. But it's definitely going to open up in the sound department for sure. You'll hear those deep tones. You'll be able to hear the turbo as long as you get like a full 3-inch catback exhaust system. So that's going to be number one. And all right, we're on number two, and that is going to be wheels and tires. You want to go, in my opinion, with an 18 by 9.5. I would honestly stick from plus 35 for a more aggressive setup, which obviously this is, but to be safe side, plus 38 to plus 44. You'll clear the BBK with plus 35 through plus 38. I'm not sure if plus 40 will clear, but you guys, wheels and tires, I went with Volk Racing, of course, M specs, fully forged. That is your discretion, your choice, which wheel setup you want to go with. But these are 255, 35, 18 tires, so they are, one sec here. Sorry about that, but as I was saying, the 255, 35, 18s, they do fit very nicely in the front, and take it around here, they fit nice in the rear as well. As you guys know, I was running a 265, 35, 18 with the 18 by 9.5s with the plus 35, and they were not clearing the carbon in the rear, so just keep that in mind. Wheels and tires, highly recommend. It'll help with your handling, it'll help with your cornering, it'll help with your body roll, everything like that, as long as you have like the supporting mods and everything. But this is really gonna make your vehicle come alive. So first two, exhaust, and then wheels and tires. Let's get on to number three, which still has to do with the same thing. All right, now for number three, we're gonna say suspension. And you can do lowering springs, you can do air ride suspension, you can do coilovers, you can do whatever you feel you're comfortable with doing. However, in my honest opinion, I would stick with the coilovers, right? I went with Revel GT Touring coilovers. It's got about 1-inch clearance here with the fender and the wheel and tire in the front. And we bring it over here to the rear. As you guys can see, it's a little bit higher to clear this wheel fender right here with the plus 35. So it's about 2 fingers right now. And these coilovers are set up on 16 out of a 32-way adjustable in the front. And then they are set up on a 25 out of 32 in the rear to obviously give it a more supported, harder suspension feel for cornering, going around those canyons, going around those turns successfully. So there's a lot of coilover options out there. Don't cheap out. I mean, you can just do mid-grade like I did with the Revel GT for daily driving, canyon carving. I'm telling you right now, even autocross I imagine is going to work. Haven't tried that, but for canyon carving and street daily drivable vehicle, oh, it's fine. So again, you guys, that's up to you, but definitely get rid of your stock springs off the WRX. Go with some nice coilovers. Do air suspension if you want. That's not my cup of tea, but you can do lowering springs. Just keep in mind you are using the stock shocks. So my opinion, get you some good coilovers. There's a lot of options out there. IMPORTIMAGE Racing, you have New Provisions Racing, you have JDM Muscle, you have Subi Speed, you have, you know, whole bunch of different options, right? So there we go. That is going to be number 3. Now, let me set up for number 4. All right, so number 4. This is going to be a big one for me. And I thought about this long and hard. The next 2 are in the engine bay for sure. But remember, this is the top 5 first mods. So for me, the top 5 I would do, number 4 is going to have to be the intake. Specifically, I went with ETS. It's going to open up your car more. It's going to allow it to breathe more. It's going to allow the power levels to increase as long as you are pro tuned or you're running a Cobb OTS off-the-shelf map, which I don't recommend. And I've told you this in previous videos. Just please get a pro tune if you're getting an intake. Please get it tuned right away. Okay. I went with the ETS intake. As you can see, it is a fully enclosed box. There is no room for the filter to show its true colors or anything like that is the best way of saying it. It is covered with the heat shield, and that is going to allow more power to run through the vehicle. It's going to allow the turbo to breathe a lot easier. It won't heat soak, is what they say, as much. So highly recommend. 4th mod, you guys, I went with the ETS intake. Again, there's a lot of options out there that you can go with, but please make sure that it is an enclosed air box or there's some sort of heat shield protecting that filter. Okay? All right. Now, number 5 is going to be, that's right, the ETS top mount intercooler. You can do a front mount intercooler, but remember, these are the top 5 first mods. So depending on where you live, the climate and everything, I would honestly stick with a top mount intercooler, see the power levels you gain, you know, see if you're heat soaking. I'm in Arizona. You guys with the ETS top mount intercooler, I don't see any heat soak, you know, and if there is, it's a very, very low percentage. This thing works like a champ. I've had 0 issues with it since day 1. I highly recommend everybody get a top mount intercooler or a front mount intercooler as mod number 5. Now, let me flip the camera around here. So now what I want to say is the next top 5 mods, you guys, we're going to do this inside the vehicle. There are a couple mods in there that I highly recommend as the next 5, right? So we've already gone through 5. We got 5 more, and some of those are in the vehicle, and I want to go over those right now. So let me set this up. Much love, and we're going to go drive for a little bit. Here we go. All right, y'all. So we're going to set off here. And the 6 mod, and you probably guys are wondering why it is considered the 6 mod. And I'm going to explain that. But it's going to be right here. Cobb Accessport. I think, in my opinion, a lot of people do this mod first, and then strictly, they directly, I should say, go to an OTS map. And that is not what I recommend at all. Get your supporting mods, then get your Cobb Accessport as your 6th mod. Get your Pro Tune. So this is still going to tie within this 6th recommended mod. Get your Cobb Accessport. Do not load an OTS map. Have a tuner ready. You know, like I went with Clark Turner. There's, you know, D-Man tuning. There's CS tuned. There's a whole bunch of great tuners out there, and they will specifically get you an E-map, an E-tune map is what it's called. It's an electronic tune. They will tune your car to the parameters you're looking for, right? To the performance you're looking for. Do you want it to be more conservative? Do you want it to be really top end? Do you want it to be low on torque? Do you want to have launch control? You know what I mean? Things like that. There's just so many options that a Pro Tune can actually help more than anything. And on top of that, Pro Tune, for me at least, gave me better gas mileage. So it's a 1 and 2 scenario. You guys decide which tune is going to work best for you, right? But as number 6, you have to get the Cobb Accessport when you have your intake, when you have your exhaust, when you have your charge pipe, when you have your top mount intercooler. You know, that's what I recommend. You don't have to take my recommendation for it, obviously, but that's what I did. And it makes the most sense because right when you tune the vehicle, okay, you have all the mods ready to go for the tune. It's not like you're waiting around to purchase the mods. So that's why after those 5, this is going to be top mod number 6. Now, number 7, what is that going to be? Let me set up the camera here correctly so you guys can see what that is. 1 second here. Number 7, get a short throw shifter. Go with a Billet Works. Go with a dark matter full shifter assembly. Whatever you want to do, you guys. But it is super important. You do not want slop in when you're shifting, right? You don't want slop in the shifter. So get the Billet Works full STS, the short throw shifter kit. It is absolutely amazing. It is definitely, I wouldn't say an easy or novice install. It's pretty advanced. I took it to a shop to get it done because honestly there's so many parts that are under there. You got to do the shifting plate, you got to do the shifter stop, you got to do the short throw shifter, you got to do the cable bushings. The whole Billet Works kit comes with that, right? So I highly recommend it. Here's what I did. I went with the anodized blue from Billet Works, and I put a JD Muscle Tonzo shift knob carbon fiber on there. And obviously you got carbon fiber surround shifting too, but this is not going to be in the top 10 mods. But this is going to be number 7, you guys, for sure. Short throw shifter by Billet Works. Highly recommend getting that as your number 7th mod. All right, let's talk about the last 3. One moment here. Okay, so we're back in the engine bay for mod number 8. Sorry about going back and forth here, but I literally have put these in chronological order for a reason, for my recommendations of the exact order you guys should be doing these mods when you pick up your new WRX. So please keep that in mind. Now, what is it going to be? And a lot of people are going to be shocked by this because I say front strut tower brace. This one is by Cusco. Again, there's many other options out there from Cusco, from Nameless, from White Line, from Beat Rush, just to name a few. There is a lot of options out there, but you guys, front strut tower brace, and why not at the same time include, let me get this open here. Why not at the same time include the rear strut tower brace as well, and make it a quick release Cusco strut tower brace, or whatever option you guys want to go with. But what's this going to do? It's going to tighten down the rigidity of the vehicle. It's going to make it more solid, feel more planted in turns. It is going to help with body roll, keyword, as long as you have a rear sway bar or front sway bar, something like that. This will tighten the chassis and help with that body roll. So I highly recommend the Cusco strut braces, front and rear. If you can swing for the rear, do it. Do it all in one. Okay? If you can just do the front for now, that's fine. But highly recommend front and the rear with Cusco. So that would be, what are we at, number 8? Yes, I think we're at number 8. The next 2 mods are gonna be, again, it's in the engine bay, it's gonna be a charge pipe. Reason the charge pipe is number 8 is I didn't exactly do it this way. I got the charge pipe and intake the same time, but a lot of tuners actually want to tune with the intake first to see the power it makes with the stock charge pipe, and then from what I'm hearing, they want you to add the charge pipe with the top mount intercooler that you already purchased and see the newfound power limits. So that's why it's so loud with the traffic. I apologize. God. But that's why I'm putting it on number 8, you guys, the charge pipe. Okay? Now, for the last 2, we covered wheels and tires, we covered intake, we covered charge pipe, we covered top mount intercooler, we covered short throw shifter. There's 2 more mods to go. And the next one is a front splitter to help with your aerodynamics, to help with bringing the gravity down to the vehicle, right? Downforce is what we call it. You want to go with the front splitter. There's a lot of options out there from APR. I went with Flow Designs. I love it. It's super solid. It definitely does what it's designed to do. You guys can see it here. Don't look at the carbon, just look at right here. Right there. So I highly recommend that. Get you a front splitter. That is for top mod number 9. And the last one is easily gonna have to be, in my opinion, not everybody can agree, but get you a duckbill spoiler for your WRX. I went with JDM Muscle Tonzo V2 carbon fiber twill weave. It is beautiful. It is not a bolted mounted solution. It is 3M taped on, double-sided tape, but you know, as long as you do it correctly and take your time with it, it'll be perfect, I promise. It'll look really good. So that is gonna be it. These are the top 10 mods for your new WRX, either years 2022 or brand new to 2025. Honestly, it doesn't matter what spec you choose. You can do base, you could do premium, you could do limited, which I have, you could do TR, and then now you have the TS for the 25 model year. You guys, hope you did enjoy this video. Much love and major blessings. This is Skylyfe Projects, and until another video, I'll see you guys soon. I think next video we're gonna do the top 5 mods that you don't do when you get a Subaru WRX. So I might be doing that. Not positively sure. We'll see what other projects come around. You guys, it's super loud here. It's very hot in Arizona right now. We're about 92 degrees. But I wanted to get this video out there for you so everybody can get an idea of what mods you should do when you pick up your new WRX. Much love and blessings, y'all. Later.